Scamming has become a lucrative international industry, ranging from crypto pump and dumps,
$2.168 trillion. And now the market, oh, it went to zero.
to AI voice cloning scams.
We often report on phone scams that con artists use to get at your money. Now they're taking advantage of AI to make their scams even more believable.
Jennifer DeStefano will never forget the frantic call she got from her 15-year-old daughter, Brianna.
And she goes, "Mom, these bad men have me, help me, help me, help me." And this man gets on, very aggressive. "Listen here, I have your daughter." And then that's when I went into panic mode.
The man demanded $1 million.
I said that wasn't possible. So then he came up with a $50,000.
She never paid the money and would soon learn the call was a popular AI scam. New software can recreate the voices of loved ones in distress, and scammers use that to ask for large sums of money.
This man comes on the phone. He said, "You're going to give me $5,000.
I heard our daughter on the phone.
The Global Anti-Scam Alliance surveyed over 50,000 people and concluded an estimated $1 trillion was stolen through scams globally in 2024. The FBI reported losses of over $16 billion through internet crimes in the same year, but the vast majority of scamming incidents are not reported, so in reality, that figure is much higher in the US. Once a criminal industry has grown to this level, it's hard to combat it with law enforcement alone. We could take down 100 scammers today, and another 1,000 could be trained tomorrow using easily accessible information online. In some cases, prosecution isn't even possible due to the country the perpetrators live in, or even due to the involvement of state actors in nations like Russia, North Korea, Iran, and China. The best counter to any scam is awareness and financial education. Therefore, I have decided to make this video a first in a series of warnings about ongoing scams and how you can protect yourself from becoming a victim. Now, I'm sure if you live in the US, you've most likely received one of these texts claiming to be from the DMV, warning you about a missing toll payment or a missing vehicle registration. But every message should contain a sense of urgency, telling you that you need to pay now. There's something you have to do immediately. Immediate action is required, just so you'll click on that link without thinking.
I got this message on Wednesday, and at first glance, it looks somewhat legitimate, but there are some key giveaways that tells me it's most likely from a scammer.
There are millions of people who are receiving text messages appearing to come from the DMV offices.
They're sending texts to as many people as they can to try and trick them into believing they have outstanding traffic tickets.
There was also a version of this scam that contained a message supposedly from the USPS, UPS, FedEx, or Amazon, claiming that your urgent delivery is being rerouted or the delivery person needs your help with correcting your address. Just something that's urgent and needs your immediate attention. Another way of getting you to click that link.
So don't click the USPS text you just got. It's a scam.
Text messages like this one claiming to be from USPS, saying that parcels cannot be delivered, prompting you to click that link to update your address information in time.
Several people I know thought that it was real, for sure.
That's what happened to small business owner Stacy Dominguez, who posted a photo of a similar text she received to her Facebook. It said the USPS package has arrived at the warehouse and cannot be delivered due to incomplete address information.
Scammers are coming out. The holidays are always a really bad time for scamming. So I wanted everybody to know not to fall for it.
It's basically fraud 101 that urgency is key, since humans use less critical thinking when they have to resolve a problem immediately. And that little lack of hesitation is enough for the scam to be a successful one. Now, if you're unlucky enough to actually click the link, those links can contain malware that tracks your keystrokes, that tracks your credit card information online, and basically can access all sorts of information about you and use that to steal funds themselves or steal your identity even.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year.
Once they get them engaged, They'll send a photo of themselves in some interesting city, which is full of malware.
The chief technology officer at iConnective says once you save the photo, that malware can be used to track your phone's keystrokes. That means hackers can then try to figure out your passwords and dig for other personal information on your phone that they could use to commit identity theft.
I mean, that's really stressful and kind of creepy, to be honest.
The link can also lead you to a fake payment page that the scammer has used after meticulously copying the real website, whether it's the Amazon website, the UPS website, or the DMV website. They meticulously copy that so that when you click the link, you think this is the official website and you enter your payment information and bang, your money's gone. So it can be either, the money can either be directly stolen from the scammer using your credit card information, or they can have you make the payment yourself, essentially stealing your own money.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
This type of scam has been termed smishing, which is a play on the original term phishing, which was for email links that pretty much did the same thing and led you to these terrible sites. But now with smishing, it's a link that goes through an SMS message. The RoboKiller website stated that Americans received 19.2 billion spam texts in the month of December 2023 alone. The majority of these spam texts were regarding those fake deliveries from Amazon and UPS, but now the new trend is these fake DMV texts. According to Malwarebytes, 44% of people reported receiving a spam text once a day, and another 78% of people reported receiving one weekly.
According to spam call and text blocking app RoboKiller, Americans received more than 225 billion spam texts last year. That's up from 88 billion the year before. A cybersecurity expert says hackers have figured out how to efficiently send more of these messages.
It's also very easy to get lists of phone numbers or even just send them to every possible combination of numbers. It's very cheap. The technology's there, and the payoffs can be huge.
According to the Anti-Phishing Working Group, the texts are being sent using a smishing toolkit made in China. So the majority of the scammers are in China, but the toolkit can and has been shipped outside of the country for scammers abroad looking to target Americans.
Have you ever received a text message claiming that you owe money for unpaid tolls? Well, that's very likely a scam, according to governmental officials. And cybersecurity experts believe Chinese phishing scammers are to blame. A cybersecurity expert recently found that multiple China-based cybercriminals have been selling phishing kits to generate fake texts. The expert added that the criminals have a large customer base purchasing what they called smishing kits or SMS text phishing. In one chat group, someone using a Chinese username posted detailed instructions teaching people how to mimic the tones of messages sent by real toll agencies and using the kits to generate massive numbers of texts.
These kits just need to be updated slightly in order to change the texts that are being spammed all over the world. So while the DMV texts are all the rage this month, in the next month, the scammers could change to something completely different, which just shows the importance in awareness and financial education so that you're prepared for every scam that comes by, not just the latest one. There are also additional reports that Japan has been targeted, and since Japan and China have a contentious relationship, it just shows how the state itself, the government itself, could be participating in these scams, or at least allowing them to continue. A simple and effective rule we can apply to all texts so that you can avoid any scam that comes through, whether it's the UPS delivery scam or the DMV scam, is to never open a link that you received through a text message. Any link, whether it's from a source you know or a source you don't know, is just not worth the risk. If you receive a link from a message from Amazon or for any of these other companies, the best step would be to go to the official website for that company and actually access whatever you need to access there instead of using their link. The risks are just too great. Just from clicking a link, you can download a piece of malware on your device and can wreak havoc in your life. So it's just not worth the risk. The best step to take after receiving one of these messages is to just delete them. Do not respond. I know it's tempting to just respond, with some message telling the scammers how you feel, but trust me, you don't want to respond. because any type of response could put you on a list of responsive numbers, and that could mean you're targeted with additional scam calls.
But beyond that, AARP and Norton, they warn replying tells the likely scammer on the other end it's an active number. And then once you reply, they can sell your number to other scammers, opening you up to even more
spam texts, spam calls, everything. It will just make you a viable target for them since you are responding to their messages. So don't ever respond, just delete it and be done with it there. And you can also report it I know on all Apple products, it gives you the option to report the message when you're deleting it, so you can do that as well.